Welcome back to another edition of the Rebote Recap. With just 6 weeks remaining in Magic City's 2020 season, the roster leaders were all eager to make a final charge up the singles championship standings, resulting in arguably the best overall play of the year. Douglas closed the door on any speculation that he was losing control of his lead over first place, as he showed flashes of downright dominance in many of his appearances throughout the week. The Wonder Boy rode his power, finesse, and unparalleled catching to 4 wins and 12 in-the-money finishes, the second most amongst the roster in Week 24. That gives Douglas a total of 147 victories for the season, now 17 games ahead of the mainstay in second place, Ron. Number 12 struggled to get going early in the first few performances of the week, but quickly made the right adjustments to get back into the win column on a consistent basis over the weekend. In the end, Ron finished with 5 wins to go along with 2 places and 3 shows. Although he was able to slightly cut into Douglas's lead by 2 games, the pro from the Philippines will need to ramp up the pace to a ridiculous rate over the final weeks if he has any shot of pulling off the miracle comeback. And still hanging on to that third and final bonus money slot is the South Florida legacy, Vuelo. Number 22 looked like a completely different player from the previous week, exhibiting a much more consistent level of catching, patience, and shot making that led him to 3 crucial wins. At 87 victories for the season, Vuelo was able to extend his lead by 2 games over the 4th place pelotari, Ben. Number 7 couldn't get into a solid rhythm at any point, as he was only able to capture 1 victory in all of his appearances. However, with 80 wins for the year, he still has a pretty good chance of stealing away 3rd place and getting that $5,000 bonus prize. Of all the standout play showcased throughout Week 24, the Golden Cesta was clinched by Barba. The Beard has been nearly unbeatable in the early games over the past few weeks, and this past week he reigned supreme over the entire roster in the singles department. Number 77 continued with his more patient and consistent approach on the court, resulting in 6 wins to go along with 14 in-the-money finishes, which he also ranked first in amongst the roster. Over the past 3 weeks, Barba has won 24 of his 72 singles appearances, a ridiculous clip of over 33%. Perhaps more importantly, with his total mark of 76 wins for the year, he has now played himself right back into the conversation for 3rd place, as he sits just 11 wins behind Vuelo. It's going to be quite the race now, with 3 players legitimately vying for that last $5,000 prize. Congratulations again to everyone's favorite bearded pelotari on his 2nd Golden Cesta of the 2020 Magic City Jai-Alai season. Magic City kicked off the 2nd doubles tournament of the Doubles Championship Series this past week. The favorite pairing of Douglas and Asier wasted no time making a significant statement that they're going to be the team to beat in this doubles race. Douglas's unparalleled all-around play in the backcourt, paired with Asier's impressive defensive performance up in the front, resulted in 3 wins, 1 place, and 3 shows. They ended Week 24 tied for 1st place after an unworldly performance by the duo of Carballo and Diaz. In the case of Carballo and Diaz, their communication was a major key to their success from the first serve to the final whistle. Carballo and Diaz may have only finished in the money 3 times, but they made those victories count. With 3 wins out of the gate, they put themselves in a deadlock for 1st place. And finally, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the standout doubles play from the duo of Juice and Ron. Even though they didn't get a win in Week 24, this team played by far the most consistent, with Ron's stellar backcourt performance and Juice's fearlessness in the front. They ultimately ended with 2 places and 6 shows. Their 8 in the money finishes ranked 1st among all the pairings. Look out for Juice and Ron to crack the win column in Week 25, as they've proved they also have what it takes to be a legitimate threat for the doubles crown. It's safe to say that the first week of the doubles tournament did not disappoint, and it's only going to get more intense and competitive with each point played. Make sure to catch every second of Game 5 and Game 7 of doubles action live on the Jai-Alai channel. Shout out to this week's fantasy winners, Top Bremen, Big Bad Donnie, and Ballo Corp. These winning teams will each receive a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt in addition to a share of the $150 cash prize for their stellar performance in Week 24. Watch our weekly fantasy review on our Instagram page at Jai-Alai Channel for more details on the winning Week 24 lineup. Every week is a new chance to earn points for your fantasy team, so you can always come back to your team or join the league at any time. time. And remember, the cash prize of $150, sponsored by Magic City Jai-Alai, will remain unlocked as long as there are 150 active league members. And that's not all. If we surpass 200 active members, Magic City has agreed to increase the prize money to $200, and it will remain unlocked at that value for the rest of the season. Visit fantasyhighlight.com to join the league for free, draft your own fantasy team, and start winning. This week's Rebote play goes to number 29, Vuelo. Vuelo's 2020 season has been somewhat of a roller coaster ride, as he's shown fans glimpses of greatness but also battled injury and a lack of consistent focus on the court. Recently, he seems to have taken control of his game again, collecting 3 wins in week 24, which is the most he's had in a single week since week 13. Vuelo was feeling confident about his game from the start, as evidenced by this particular point against Ben. Ben powered a low, hard reverse to the inside that came shooting back out for the rebote. Vuelo had little time to react, and in a last-ditch effort, he went for a Hail Mary full extension backwards dive to dig out an incredible rebote save just before the ball took its second bounce. They don't call him the man of flight for nothing. Take a look at this masterpiece by number 29 that earned him this rebote play of the week.
Powerful backhand by Ben. Vuelo.
Oh,
what an effort to make that rebote. That's great.